Have you ever looked at your beloved cat curled up on the couch, or perhaps darting playfully around the room, and wondered what they were truly thinking? We often try to read their facial expressions or listen to their meows, but there's a profound, often overlooked language happening right before our eyes. A secret code waving in the air. Did you know that your cat's tail is communicating with you, telling you exactly how they feel without uttering a single sound? It's true. That beautiful expressive tail isn't just for balance. It's a living, breathing emotional barometer, constantly broadcasting your feline friend's inner world. Imagine instead of guessing if your cat is happy, scared, or even annoyed, you could simply glance at their tail and instantly understand their mood. Think about the countless times you might have misinterpreted a swat or a sudden dash when all along their tail was offering a clear, unmistakable message. This isn't just about curiosity. It's about building a deeper, more meaningful connection with the creature who shares your home and your heart. And when you learn to decipher this secret language, you're not just observing a pet, you're truly connecting with a sentient being. You'll gain insights into their comfort levels, their playful urges, or even subtle signs that they might need a little extra space or comfort. In fact, understanding these subtle cues like a tail held low, signaling unease could even help you proactively provide a more comfortable environment, enhancing their overall well-being. This deeper understanding is so important for their happiness and yours, creating an unbreakable bond based on mutual understanding. By the end of this video, you won't just see a tail anymore, you'll see a window into your cat's soul. You'll become a more empathetic, understanding cat parent, able to respond to their needs with a level of intuition you never thought possible. Ready to unlock this amazing silent conversation? Let's dive into the fascinating world of what your cat's tail is really trying to tell you. Please let me know if you'd like me to continue with the next section focusing on the first specific tail behavior from the outline. Also, could you clarify the 1,000-word count? Is it for each of the 8 parts mentioned in the initial prompt, or for the entire script of 8 parts? The introduction above is typically how long an intro for a YouTube video would be, but I can expand significantly if you intend each section to be around 1,000 words. Now let's talk about the ultimate sign of feline contentment. A clear, unmistakable flag that says, "All is well in my world, and I'm happy to see you." This is when your cat's tail is held high, straight up in the air often, with just a slight, graceful curve at the very tip, sometimes resembling a subtle question mark. Imagine walking into your home after a long day, perhaps feeling a little tired, a little drained. You kick off your shoes, drop your bag, and there she is, your beautiful cat, trotting towards you with that tail held proudly aloft like a furry antenna broadcasting pure joy. It's a sight that instantly melts away the day's stress, isn't it? This isn't just a casual posture. It's a powerful declaration. When you see that tail standing tall, it's your cat saying, "I feel confident, I feel secure, and most importantly, I feel absolutely delighted to be in your presence." Think of it as their version of a wide, welcoming smile. A study published in the Journal of Veterinary Behavior, which explores the intricate relationship between tail positions and emotional states in domestic cats, specifically highlights that a tail held high is consistently associated with feelings of confidence and friendliness. It's their way of confidently navigating their territory, whether that's exploring a new corner of the room or approaching you for a cherished head scratch. This isn't a gesture of caution or fear, it's one of bold, open communication saying, "I trust you, I like you, and I'm comfortable right here." Consider the scenario: you're making your morning coffee and your cat saunters into the kitchen tail, straight up, perhaps rubbing against your legs with a gentle purr. This isn't just them asking for breakfast, although that might be part of it. This is them actively engaging with you, expressing their happiness and eagerness for interaction. They're inviting connection, signaling that they feel safe enough to be vulnerable and affectionate. Instead of wondering if they're just tolerating your presence, you now know they're actively enjoying it, feeling secure in their environment with you by their side. That upward tail is their confident stride, their cheerful greeting, their silent hello. What about that adorable question mark tail? This is a delightful variation of the upright tail where the tail starts high, but then curls gently at the very top, forming a soft, inviting curve. If the straight-up tail is "I'm happy," the question mark tail is often "I'm happy and I'm open to interaction." Perhaps even a bit playful or curious, it's a slightly softer, more inviting version of the confident hightail. You might see this when they are approaching a new toy, or perhaps when they're deciding if they want to join you on the sofa for a cuddle session. It's an invitation, a playful query signaling, what exciting thing are we going to do together? Seeing that gentle curve instead of guessing if they want to play you, now have a clear signal that they're ready for some fun. Perhaps a game of chase the string or a quiet moment of petting. It fills your heart, doesn't it? Knowing they're feeling so lighthearted and engaged. So the next time your cat greets you with that majestic tail pointing skyward, remember what it truly means. It's a testament to their comfort, their happiness, and their deep-seated trust in you. It's a moment to cherish because in that simple gesture they are saying, I feel good, I feel safe, and I love being with you. This understanding allows you to not only appreciate these moments more deeply, but also to respond in kind, reinforcing that positive bond. Instead of simply seeing a cat walking by you, now see a confident, joyful companion expressing their inner state. What a gift to have such a clear window into their emotions. Now, as heartwarming as a high happy tail is, what about when that tail starts to twitch, perhaps just the very tip? What could that subtle movement possibly mean? We've just explored the wonderful, confident, upright tail, a clear sign of joy and security. But what about those quieter moments when your cat isn't actively greeting you, but rather curled up, perhaps napping, or simply observing the world with a calm gaze? Take a moment to picture this. Your cat is nestled on their favorite blanket, maybe by a sunny window or tucked into your lap as you read. Their eyes might be half closed, a soft purr vibrating through their tiny body and their tail. It's wrapped gracefully around their own body, often covering their paws or tucked neatly around their nose. It's a vision of pure, undisturbed tranquility, isn't it? This isn't just a random sleeping position. It's a profound nonverbal signal that speaks volumes about their inner state. When you see your cat's tail wrapped snugly around their body, it's their way of saying, I feel incredibly safe, secure, and utterly content right now. Think of it as a furry, self-made hug, a gesture of self-comfort. It's a very common posture for resting or sleeping, and it signals that they are feeling completely at ease in their environment. There's no perceived threat, no anxiety, no need to be on high alert. This is a cat fully immersed in a state of deep relaxation, trusting their surroundings implicitly. It's a beautiful testament to the safe haven you've created for them, a quiet declaration that they feel protected and cherished. Consider your own experiences. When you're truly comfortable, truly relaxed, don't you often curl up, perhaps pull a blanket closer, or even hug a pillow? Your cat is doing something very similar. They are creating a warm, protected little cocoon for themselves. This posture conserves body heat, which is naturally appealing to our heat-seeking feline friends. But more importantly, it physically protects their vulnerable parts, their belly, their paws, their nose. It's an instinctive behavior, a throwback to their wilder ancestors who needed to protect themselves while resting. But in your home, it transforms into a symbol of absolute trust and peace. They feel so secure that they can let down their guard, knowing they are completely safe. Instead of a cat constantly scanning for danger, you have a cat deeply relaxed, truly at peace. Have you ever noticed your cat doing this when you're quietly present in the room? Perhaps they're curled up on the sofa next to you, tail wrapped tight. This isn't just them being cozy, it's them demonstrating their comfort with you. It implies a profound level of trust and belonging. They don't feel the need to be alert or defensive because your presence is a source of comfort, not concern. It's a quiet affirmation of your bond, a subtle nod that says, I belong here and I feel good with you. For many cat parents, witnessing this peaceful posture is incredibly heartwarming, a silent confirmation that they are doing everything right to ensure their feline companion's happiness and well-being. It's truly a privilege to see your beloved pet so utterly at ease. Sometimes you might also see their tail wrapped around another cat, or even around your arm or leg. This is an extension of the same comfort and affection. It's a gesture of bonding, showing that they consider you or the other cat part of their safe, secure circle. It's a gentle embrace, a silent declaration of kinship and affection. Instead of feeling unsure about their feelings, this provides a clear, comforting sign of their affection and sense of belonging. What a beautiful way for them to express their love and trust, wouldn't you agree? So the next time you see your cat curled up tail neatly tucked around their body, take a moment to appreciate what that gesture truly signifies. It's not just a cute pose. It's a profound message of contentment, security, and trust. It's your cat's way of saying, I am truly happy right where I am, and I feel safe because you are here. This understanding deepens your appreciation for their quiet language and strengthens the beautiful bond you share. But what if that usually serene tail starts to vibrate? A subtle tremor at the tip. What could that energetic little twitch possibly mean? We've explored the serene comfort of a wrapped tail and the confident declaration of an upright one. Now let's talk about a truly unique and often misunderstood tail movement. One that's actually a powerful sign of intense, overwhelming happiness. The tail tremble or vibrate. Imagine this: you walk through the door after a long day. Perhaps your shoulders are tense, your mind still buzzing with to-dos. Then from around the corner comes your feline friend. Tail held high, but instead of just being straight up, it's vibrating ever so slightly, a rapid, almost imperceptible quiver, as if their whole being is trembling with excitement. Doesn't that just instantly melt away the day's worries and fill your heart with warmth? This isn't a sign of nervousness as some might initially think. Oh no, quite the opposite. When your cat's tail vibrates like this, it's their absolute peak of excitement. Pure joy bubbling over almost too much for their little bodies to contain. It's like their internal happiness meter has hit maximum, and the overflow is expressed through that rapid, subtle tremor. Think of it as their version of a human jumping up and down with glee or literally shivering with excitement. This behavior is often seen during highly anticipated moments. Consider the classic scenario: mealtime. You pick up the food dish, the telltale rattle of kibble, or the pop of a wet food can filling the air. Your cat might trot over tail high, but then as you prepare their meal, that tail starts to quiver. It's not just hunger, it's the thrill of the impending feast, the absolute delight of knowing their favorite meal is moments away. This is pure, unadulterated anticipation, bubbling up from their paws to the very tip of their tail. Instead of wondering if they're just impatient, you now know they are experiencing a wave of sheer bliss. Another common instance is when you arrive home after being away. Your cat might greet you at the door, weaving between your legs, purring loudly, and there it is again. That subtle, rapid tail vibration. This is their ultimate. I missed you so much, and I'm so incredibly happy you're back. It's a profound compliment, a clear indication of how much they cherish your presence and how deeply they feel connected to you. They are literally vibrating with affection and joy. This isn't just a casual welcome. It's a full-body expression of their adoration. While scientific literature on this specific tail vibration as a distinct behavior can sometimes be nuanced, animal behaviorists widely interpret this rapid tremor, particularly when coupled with other positive body language cues like purring head bunting and an upright tail, as a clear sign of intense positive arousal and excitement. It's an involuntary manifestation of their overwhelming delight. It's as if their tiny muscles can't quite contain the sheer magnitude of their happiness, causing that delightful little tremble. Understanding this nuance can truly transform your interactions. Instead of simply seeing a cat eager for dinner or happy to see you, you now recognize a moment of pure, unadulterated bliss. You can lean into that moment, offer extra pets a reassuring word, or simply share in their obvious joy. It allows you to reciprocate that strong, positive emotion, deepening the already incredible bond you share. It's a wonderful reminder that our feline friends communicate in such intricate, beautiful ways if only we take the time to truly see and understand them. So, the next time you witness that sweet, happy tremble in your cat's tail paws, and appreciate the immense joy they are experiencing. It's a special moment, a clear window into their heart, telling you that they are truly happy and excited. But what happens when that usually sleek tail suddenly resembles a giant, fluffy bottle brush? What could that dramatic transformation possibly mean? We've journeyed through tales of joy and contentment, from the upright confidence to the happy tremble. But now, we're going to dive into a tail posture that signals something entirely different, something that demands our immediate attention and understanding. Have you ever seen your usually sleek, elegant cat suddenly transform their tail, becoming incredibly thick, bristly, almost like a giant furry bottle brush. It's a startling sight, isn't it? One moment they're calm, and the next they look twice their size like a Halloween cat ready to spring. This dramatic change isn't just for show, it's a powerful, unmistakable warning signal. One that says, I am terrified and I need space right now. When your cat's tail poofs up often, along with an arched back, flattened ears, wide eyes, and perhaps even hissing or growling, they are in a state of extreme fear, aggression, or defensiveness. This isn't them being mischievous or temperamental. This is their primal fight or flight response, kicking into high gear. They are trying to make themselves appear much larger and more intimidating than they actually are in a desperate attempt to ward off a perceived threat. Think about it: if you were faced with something truly terrifying, wouldn't you want to make yourself look as formidable as possible? Your cat is doing exactly that, puffing up their fur to create an illusion of size, hoping to scare away whatever is frightening them. This instinct is deeply ingrained, a survival mechanism honed over centuries. Imagine a sudden loud crash outside your window, perhaps a car backfiring or a heavy object falling. Your cat, who was peacefully napping, might suddenly spring up, pupils, dilated fur standing on end, and that tail, once so graceful, now resembles a giant pipe cleaner. Or perhaps a strange dog appears unexpectedly on your morning walk, startling your feline companion. This reaction isn't about being mean or aggressive for the sake of it. It's a raw, unfiltered expression of terror and the instinct to protect themselves. They are communicating in the clearest possible terms that they feel threatened and vulnerable. Instead of simply seeing an angry cat, you now see a fearful creature in distress, actively trying to prevent a confrontation. It's crucial to understand that when your cat exhibits this bottle brush tail, they are not looking for a cuddle or a distraction. In fact, approaching them or trying to soothe them in that moment might actually make things worse, as they are already on high alert and could lash out defensively. Their instincts are screaming danger, and they interpret any sudden movement or approach as an escalation of that threat. The best thing you can do is to identify the source of their fear if possible, and then give them space and a safe retreat. Offer a quiet place for them to hide, maybe under a bed or in a carrier, and allow them to calm down on their own terms. This respect for their boundaries during distress is incredibly important for building and maintaining their trust. Understanding this signal empowers you to be a more responsive and empathetic cat parent. Instead of getting frustrated or confused by their sudden change in demeanor, you can recognize their fear and respond appropriately, ensuring their safety and well-being. It highlights the importance of creating a secure environment for your cat, one where they feel protected from sudden frights or perceived dangers. By knowing what this dramatic tail posture means, you can step in not as an intruder, but as their protector, allowing them the space and security they desperately need. It's a powerful reminder that our cats, for all their domesticated comfort, still possess those wild instincts that demand our understanding and respect. So when that beautiful, normally sleek tail suddenly transforms into a bristly brush, remember it's a desperate cry for safety and space. But what happens when that fear takes a different form? A quieter, more subdued sign of distress? What does it mean when your cat's tail isn't just lowered but completely tucked away, hidden from view? We've explored the dramatic, puffed-up bottle brush tail, a clear sign of intense fear and an urge to appear formidable. But what happens when your cat feels equally terrified or deeply uncomfortable, yet instead of trying to look bigger, they attempt to disappear to make themselves as small and invisible as possible? This brings us to a crucial, often heartbreaking tail posture. The tail tucked down or even clamped tightly between their legs. Imagine seeing your graceful feline friend, usually so confident, suddenly crouched, low eyes wide, or squinted ears flattened, and that beautiful tail, once so expressive, now completely hidden from view. It's a sight that instinctively pulls at your heartstrings, isn't it? When your cat's tail is tucked in this manner, it's a profound signal of insecurity, fear, or submission. They are trying to make themselves appear less threatening, less noticeable, often in response to something that makes them feel extremely vulnerable or unsafe. Think of it as their way of saying, I am not a threat, please don't hurt me, or I feel exposed and overwhelmed and I just want to disappear. This is a fundamental part of their natural flight response, where instead of confronting a perceived danger, they choose to avoid it entirely, hoping to become unseen. This behavior frequently manifests in situations where cats feel out of their element or threatened. Consider a trip to the vet. The unfamiliar smells, the strange sounds, the presence of other animals, and the handling by strangers can be incredibly overwhelming. You might see your cat crouched at the back of their carrier tail, tucked tightly, perhaps even shivering slightly. Or imagine introducing a new person or pet into your home, an unexpected guest, a boisterous child, or a new furry companion. Your cat might slink away body low to the ground tail, tucked trying to navigate this new uncertain social landscape without drawing attention to themselves. It's a poignant display of their anxiety and discomfort, a silent plea for understanding and space. What's truly important to grasp is that this tucked tail isn't just about emotional distress. It can also be a significant indicator of physical pain or discomfort. Just as we might hunch over when our stomach hurts or limp when our leg is sore, cats often tuck their tails when they are experiencing pain, particularly in their hindquarters, abdomen, or even their tail itself. A study published in the Journal of Feline Medicine and Surgery highlighted how observing changes in a cat's tail posture is crucial, as it can be a subtle but vital clue to underlying health issues. If your cat, who normally carries her tail high or relaxed, suddenly starts tucking it for no apparent reason, especially if it's accompanied by changes in appetite, litter box habits, or activity levels, it's a clear signal that something might be physically wrong. This isn't just about their mood, it could be a silent cry for medical attention. Understanding this subtle but powerful signal allows you to respond with empathy and wisdom. Instead of assuming your cat is simply being aloof or moody, you can now recognize that they are expressing deep fear, anxiety, or pain. This knowledge empowers you to either remove the stressor, perhaps by providing a quiet, safe hiding spot away from commotion, or gently removing them from an overwhelming situation. Or if you suspect pain, to seek veterinary advice promptly. You wouldn't want your beloved companion to suffer in silence, would you? Your ability to read this particular tail sign transforms you from a casual observer into a vigilant caregiver, one who can anticipate and address their deepest needs. This posture is a powerful reminder of how sensitive our cats are to their environment and how much they rely on us to interpret their unspoken language. By recognizing the tucked tail, you are not only respecting their emotional boundaries, but actively working to ensure their welfare, making their world a safer, more comfortable place. It's a testament to the profound bond you share built on trust and a deep understanding of their unique way of communicating. So the next time you see that precious tail tucked away, remember the vulnerability it signifies. It's a moment to offer comfort space or perhaps a trip to the vet, but always with patience and understanding. But what about a different kind of tail movement? One that seems almost playful yet holds a nuanced meaning. What does it mean when just the very tip of your cat's tail starts to twitch, almost imperceptibly? We've journeyed through the expressive world of cattails, from the joyful upright signal to the vulnerable tucked-in posture. Now let's zoom in on a movement that is incredibly subtle, often almost imperceptible yet packed with meaning: the twitching of just the very tip of your cat's tail. This isn't the full-body happy tremble we discussed earlier. This is a quiet, isolated flick, a delicate dance performed by merely an inch or two of their tail's end. Have you ever seen your cat seemingly still perched on a windowsill, eyes fixated on something outside, and then you notice it, that tiny, almost hypnotic twitch at the very tip of their tail? It's like watching a silent inner monologue playing out, isn't it? This subtle twitch is a window into your cat's highly concentrated mind, often signaling intense focus, anticipation, or even a hint of mild irritation or frustration. It's their brain hyper-engaged processing information, and that energy has to go somewhere, finding its release in that small rhythmic movement. Think of it like a human tapping their foot or drumming their fingers when they're deep in thought or waiting for something important. It's an involuntary overflow of mental energy, a quiet hum of their inner machinery at work. Most often, you'll witness this particular twitch when your cat is in full hunter mode, even if their prey is just a dust bunny or a sunbeam. Picture your cat crouched low, completely still, eyes narrowed, locked onto a bird flitting just outside the window, or perhaps a mischievous fly buzzing near the ceiling. Their body might be rigid, every muscle poised for action, but that tiny tail tip gives them away. It's a sign of their predatory instinct, kicking in a subtle expression of their excitement and laser-sharp focus as they calculate their next move. They're strategizing, assessing, getting ready to pounce, and that little twitch is the physical manifestation of all that intense mental preparation. It's a peek into their wild, untamed nature, even within the safety of your living room. But this tail tip twitch isn't always about hunting. Sometimes it can signal a delicate balance between contentment and a burgeoning annoyance. Imagine you're petting your cat and they're purring contentedly, everything seems lovely. Then perhaps you hit just the wrong spot. Or you've been petting them for a little too long and suddenly you see that tiny tip begin to twitch. This isn't a full-blown declaration of anger like a tail thumping aggressively, nor is it a complete halt to the purrs. Instead, it's a gentle early warning signal, a quiet suggestion that they're reaching their petting limit. It's their polite way of saying, okay, that's enough for now, before they resort to a more overt signal like a quick nip or a swat. It's a sign that they're still tolerating the interaction, but their patience is starting to wane ever so slightly. Understanding this nuanced twitch is crucial for building a truly harmonious relationship. Instead of continuing to pet them until they swat or bite, you can now recognize that subtle cue and adjust your behavior, perhaps, by stopping the petting, changing the location, or giving them a little space. It shows them that you are truly listening to their subtle language, respecting their boundaries, and acknowledging their individual preferences. This kind of nuanced understanding fosters deep trust and mutual respect, which is what every cat parent dreams of, isn't it? It transforms your interaction from just petting a cat to a genuine conversation, a dance of subtle signals and responses. You might also observe this tail tip twitch when your cat is deeply engaged in a puzzle toy, trying to extract a treat or watching something with profound curiosity like a new sound or an unfamiliar object. It's a sign of their active brain working through a problem or trying to comprehend their environment. It highlights their intelligence and their inherent curiosity, proving that even when they appear relaxed, their minds are often incredibly active. So the next time you see that barely there twitch at the tip of your cat's tail, remember, it's silent power. It's a testament to their incredible focus, their predatory instincts, or their quiet way of setting boundaries. It's a profound invitation to slow down, observe, and truly listen to the unspoken words of your feline companion. It deepens your connection, making you feel more attuned to their subtle shifts in mood and intention. But what about a tail movement that's much larger? A slow, sweeping motion from side to side. How does that differ from the tiny twitch, and what might it be trying to tell you? We've journeyed through the intricate dance of your cat's tail from the proud, upright hello to the subtle twitch of intense focus. Now let's explore two more crucial tail movements that will truly complete your understanding of their silent language. These movements, though seemingly simple, carry significant weight, guiding you from gentle curiosity to clear warnings. First, let's talk about the slow, deliberate sway of the tail, moving gently from side to side. Imagine your cat lying on the floor, perhaps observing a new object, or simply contemplating their next nap spot. Their body is relaxed, but their tail is moving slowly, almost ponderously, a soft swish back and forth like a pendulum. This isn't the rapid, excited wag you might see from a dog. No, this is something entirely different. When you see this slow, thoughtful sway, it's your cat's internal monologue playing out. It signifies a state of deep contemplation, mild interest, or perhaps cautious assessment. They are processing information, weighing their options, perhaps deciding whether to approach that new toy or just stay put. Think of it as their way of saying, that's interesting. I'm thinking about it. This often happens when they're observing something intriguing from a safe distance, maybe a bug crawling on the wall or a distant sound they're trying to identify. They're not ready to pounce, they're not overtly playful, and they're certainly not angry. Instead, they are in a state of quiet engagement, their minds actively working behind those beautiful eyes. It's a moment where you can almost feel their gears turning, a subtle invitation to observe with them, sharing in their quiet curiosity. Instead of wondering if they're bored, you now understand they're simply in a state of gentle, contemplative focus. It's a beautiful glimpse into their intelligent and often complex inner world, allowing you to appreciate their quiet moments of reflection. But what happens when that slow, thoughtful sway intensifies, becoming a sharp, forceful thump against the floor? This is a dramatic shift moving from contemplation to a much more serious emotion. This brings us to the tail thump or slam. If you've ever seen your cat lying down, perhaps being petted, and suddenly their tail begins to thump forcefully against the surface beneath them, almost like a drum beat, you've witnessed a clear sign of deep frustration, irritation, or even outright anger. This is not a playful movement. It is a profound warning. When a cat's tail is thumping, it's their way of saying, I am seriously annoyed and my patience is wearing thin. This often occurs when they're being overstimulated by petting, perhaps touched in a spot they don't like, or when they feel trapped or confined. For instance, if you're holding them longer than they wish, or if they're trying to get past an obstacle and can't, that thumping tail is their very loud, albeit silent protest. Unlike a dog's tail wag, which is generally a sign of happiness, a thumping cattail is a clear signal of escalating displeasure. It's their last resort before resorting to a hiss, a growl, or even a swat or a bite. It's crucial to recognize this signal and respond immediately. When you see that tail thumping, your cat is communicating a clear boundary. Continuing to interact with them in the same way will only increase their frustration and could lead to a negative interaction. The best thing you can do is to stop what you are doing, give them space, and allow them to disengage. Respecting this warning sign is vital for maintaining a trusting and positive relationship. As studies on feline welfare emphasize, understanding these stress signals helps us provide a more comfortable and safe environment for our cats. It allows you to prevent escalation, transforming a potentially negative interaction into one where you honor their needs and boundaries. Instead of feeling confused or perhaps even offended by a sudden negative reaction, you now have the power to de-escalate the situation, proving to your cat that you truly understand and respect them. So, from the proud upright hello to the subtle tip, twitch of focus, from the cozy wrapped tail of contentment to the bristly bottle brush of fear, and now the thoughtful sway and the thumping warning, you now have a comprehensive guide to the secret language of your cat's tail. Understanding these nuanced movements isn't just about being a good cat parent, it's about becoming a truly intuitive companion. It's about building a bond based on profound understanding where you can anticipate their needs, soothe their fears, and revel in their joys, all by simply observing that incredible expressive tail. This deeper connection means less guesswork for you and more comfort for your cherished feline friend. You'll move from just owning a pet to truly sharing a life with a being you profoundly understand. It's a beautiful journey of mutual respect and unspoken communication, isn't it? If this video has helped you unlock the mysteries of your cat's tail and brought you closer to your furry companion, please do me a huge favor. Give this video a big thumbs up to show your support, and make sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on more insights into the magical world of our feline friends. And I'd love to hear from you. What's your cat's most common tail tell? Or perhaps there's another cat behavior you're curious about. Drop a comment below and share your stories and questions. Your feedback truly motivates me to create more content like this for you. Thank you so much for watching, and I can't wait to connect with you in the comments.